All right, guys, so I wanted to kind of show you how to teach reading to your children. I'm going to show you how we do it in the classroom so that you guys can do it at home. To start, you're going to have to find a book that is at your child's level. So this can be somewhat hard because we don't really have books at home that are our child's level. But try to find the closest as you can. So for example, for kindergarten, this is what I have here at home. This is the closest thing I have to the lowest level. Now, inside the book, there should be sight words that we use in the classroom that are in your book. A lot of the levels that your student or your child should be at should have 3-letter words, the sight words, and then only a couple of words on a page. So this is a good example of a guided reading book that you could use. A bad example of a book would be a big book like this, where there are a ton of words on the page. This is too high of a level for a kindergarten student, for most kindergarten students. Okay, so that's the first step, is trying to find a book that is at your child's level. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to talk about what the front cover is, what the back cover is, what the spine is. Okay, you're going to talk about what the author does and what the illustrator does. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to talk about the pictures. So you're going to start up with the front cover. So you're going to say, okay, so what do you see in the front cover? And for this specific book, your child would probably say, I see a bear popping out of a red house. And then you're going to ask questions. You're going to say, okay, so looking at the picture, what do you think the story is going to be about? And then they're going to give you whatever answer they think the story is going to be about. Before you start reading, you're going to look at each page in the story. And this is called a picture walk. So they are going to have to open the book themselves, and they have to turn the pages themselves. Okay? So you're going to start on the first page, and you're going to ask them, what do you see in the picture? And then you're going to try and lead them to tell you details in the picture. So if they say bear. So if they just say bear, that's not a complete sentence. So you're trying to push them to say more details and use complete sentences. So you're going to say bear, just saying bear doesn't make sense. Can you tell me more? So hopefully they'll say the bear is sitting on the chair. Okay, so then you already did this picture. You're going to go to the next picture, and so on until you get to the very end of the very last picture. Okay, then you're going to start reading. So then you go back to the very front, and then you're going to have them use their pointer finger, put it under the first word. Okay, so you can show them how to do this. You can say Ted's shed, and then they do it. Ted's shed. Okay, that's called tracking. So you're going to have them do it and then turn the page and say, oh, there's the title page. We're going to do the same thing again. Use your finger. Ted's shed. All right, so since this book is a little bit harder, what I would probably do is I would read the sentence and then have them do it. Or if they're a little bit more advanced and you want them to be a little bit more challenged, you can have them try and read it themselves. And then if they get stuck on a word, you can say, okay, so what's the first letter in that word? And they would say M. And then you say, okay, what sound does M make? Say and then you're like, okay, and then you go to the next one, kind of have them sound it out. And then you can also have them find the sight words in the sentence. So, for example, the word like is one of our sight words. So you can tell them, oh, one of our sight words is in that sentence. Can you find it? And they're like, oh, there's like. Okay, there's a sight word. So then you can start reading. Meet Ted. Ted likes red. Then it's their turn. They get to point. Meet Ted. Ted likes red. And you do this throughout the entire book. Now, what you want to do is you want to get them talking to you. So you can stop on a page and you can say, oh, what do you think is going to happen next? Or you can say, what just happened on that page? Asking them questions to retell you to make sure that they're comprehending what they are reading. I think I hit it all. When you get to the very, very end, again, make sure that you ask them what happened in that story. Tell me something that happened in that story, just to check their comprehension. And then every time you read a book, you just follow all of those steps. And that's it.